So I was scrolling my TikTok feed and I just happened to come across a story of a lady named Crystal Magnum who accused Duke lacrosse players in 2006. Now admits that she lied. She accused them of rape. So basically, to get right quick into the story, is Crystal Magnum is known for her involvement in 2006 Duke University lacrosse case, where she falsely accused several members of the Duke lacrosse team of sexually assaulting her at a party where she was hired as a dancer. The case gained national attention due to its racial and social implications, as Magnum is black and the lacrosse players were white. After the extensive investigation, the allegations were proven to be false. The prosecutor in the case, Mike Nafong, was disbarred from his misconduct, and the players were exonerated. But the crazy part about this whole story is later, Magnum faced legal troubles unrelated to the Duke case, including being convicted of second-degree murder in 2013 for the stabbing death of her boyfriend. Like, I don't even know how this case can get even more crazier than what it already is, but she just came out and said that I think she did an interview in saying that she lied about it. So I'm gonna actually watch that video real quick.
Stunning admission from a woman who accused Duke University lacrosse players of raping her nearly 20 years ago. The story was a national firestorm. She now says she lied.
20 years ago is crazy to come out now and be like, I lied
about the encounter. Crystal Mangum first made the claims back in 2006, saying 3 members of the school's lacrosse team raped her after she had been hired to dance at a house party the team was throwing. Police charged David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Seligman after Mangum's accusations. But after much back and forth and the city's DA stepping down from the case, North Carolina's Attorney General later dismissed the charges, citing a lack of evidence. But now, going on the record on a podcast nearly 20 years later, Crystal Mangum says she was lying the whole time.
I testified falsely against them.
I'm sorry I stopped the video, but could you imagine what these guys went through and what their life was like and their reputation and all of that? I mean, even I know, I think we just all know as society, the court of public opinion, once you're found guilty in that and people started spreading all this information about you, I don't think you can ever get away from that, even if you were found not guilty.
By saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong when God already loved me for who I was, regardless. I didn't need to seek validation from him because I already had validation from him. I just didn't know it. And I hurt my brothers. And I hope that they can forgive me. And I want them to know that I love them. And they didn't deserve that. And I hope they can forgive me. And that I hope that they can heal and trust God and know that God loves them and that God is loving them through me, letting them know that they're valuable and that they didn't deserve that.
Join me now.
I don't even have words for that, but not only that, I don't even think this woman is sincere about none of the stuff she's saying. Her face looked dead. There's like no emotions in there, and she's just talking and asking for forgiveness for her family and people to heal. No one's gonna heal from that. You literally testified that people sexually assaulted you, raped you. 20 years later, you say that you lied. Those 3 gentlemen's lives are already been ruined. And on top of that, you killed somebody. So it just doesn't seem like she's really remorseful to it. I think to me, it kind of just comes off as she is just wanting more attention. But I don't even know why she's still on this. Nothing. I'm not going to say that because I'm not trying to get demonetized on on YouTube. But the fact that she lied is crazy to me. But this just goes to a bigger problem that I think we have in society is, I think things like this should serve as a powerful example of why I believe all women as an automatic principle can have serious societal consequences, particularly for particularly when allegations are not substantiated by evidence. You know, you're thinking we're talking about the erosion of credibility and legitimate claims. You have that whole movement when they say it's all men until it's no man. Like I've already spoke about the court of public opinion. It's definitely not justice. And when I say when issues like this get caught online or on like, you know, social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that misinformation and lies spread so fast, and it takes so much longer for truth to present itself. So, you know, like I say, the court of public opinion on social media it's unforgiving. And once that information gets out there and you get those accusations on you, you get that jacket on you, you never getting that off. And then it could just, like I say, false accusations can have irreparable damage to your lives. You're talking about they faced expulsion, social media hate, public vilification. Even though they were, you know, ultimately proven innocent, their reputations again and their future was impacted. Being like men falsely accused, the stigma also lingers long after, you know, you've become found not guilty of such a crime. But but this is not to take away. This is not to take away from, you know, women actually going through this. I think when women lie about this, it makes it harder for people to believe, you know, that women are going through this, because you see these type of situations happen. But I do like, we know the stats, you know what I mean, that, you know, the majority of, you know, men who commit sexual assault or commit rape will never see a day in jail. It's often hard to, you know, get the evidence. A lot of victims don't come forward because they're afraid to be ostracized, you know, in public. And, you know, if they, you know, say something about it on social media, or they try to tell their stories, you know, then you get the trolls that are online that'll be like, it never happened to you, or you deserved it, or things like that. So, you know, I think we can do something. I think a better approach would be trust but verify. Trust that the woman can be telling the truth, but we need to verify that she's telling the truth before we start, you know, taking people constitutional rights away when we know that, you know, you're guilty. You're proven innocent until guilty in the court of law. So I think that needs to prevail, you know, more than you're automatically guilty in the court of public opinion's eyes. I think that's the better approach with that. But I mean, if you just think about this case, man, it just highlights the dangers of allowing public opinion to supersede evidence and the harm caused by uncritically adopting the phrase "believe all women." But, you know, and I don't really think justice can happen. I mean, I think justice does happen when they are found innocent. That justice happened, but there was no justice from the court of public opinion. And honestly, I think this woman should never see either bury her under the prison, or she just never sees the light of day. And I don't even understand why they're even giving her these interviews. They could have taken her. She could have wrote that down on a legal notepad sheet of paper and then said that, you know, that she lied about it. Just give her this airtime. To me, it just feels like she's definitely just wanting attention. But justice, like I say, justice should be based on facts, evidence, and impartiality. No emotional appeals or societal narratives should never, you know, come before, you know, truth and evidence, and, you know, finding someone guilty before they're even found guilty by 12 of their own peers in front of a judge, and you have lawyers and they're presenting the case. But like I say, guys, this is a wild story. You know, just let me know what you think in the comments. Do you feel that all women should be believed regardless of evidence being presented or not? And how do you think we as society should handle these type of situations, specifically when it comes to a lot of online things? But again, like I say, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.